So, I'll share a few stories too. So, one was just when I remember when I went on my mission. I'd worked really hard at the fan store, and I'd saved up some money, and I brought it to Dad. I'm like, okay, here's how much I can contribute to my mission, and I think I had a little over $4,000. And he just told me, you know what, why don't you invest that and save that, and I'll pay for your mission for you. Mm-hmm. And although Dad's frugal, he really shows up like in moments like that. Like Tad and I were talking about when Tad went to Redlands too, and he had a scholarship, and but when he showed up, there was a few $1,000s they didn't know was coming, and Dad showed up and covered that. So that's one story. Another one. So I remember one time we were giving. So after my divorce, I was a little reckless for a few years, and one time I was home, and I think we were giving Mom a blessing. I don't remember the details, but I remember all the brothers were together, and Bryce was there, and Dad told me to join in the blessing, and I was like, Dad, I don't know if you know this, but I'm not worthy, like I can't. And he's like, well, you're my son, and you're worthy to me. And get in here. And so that was a powerful lesson to me, just thinking like power of forgiveness, and if my dad can forgive me, like how much greater can God forgive us. And that's something I struggled with still sometimes, but for a lot of years, especially during that time. So that was a really powerful thing for me. And then another story. So right when I got my life in order, just enough, like, is when I found Monique. So I was like, okay, you're ready. And when, I don't know if a lot of you guys may not know this, but Monique and I were planning to get married August 12th. And the morning that we were supposed to get married, I was just I was caught like in the lies, and I was just so scared to commit and to do this again. And the last thing I wanted was, I used to call it the big D. You know, the last thing I wanted was a double D. Normally double Ds are good, but not in this scenario. So that morning I told Monique, like, I'm not ready, and she told me, you need to talk to people, you need to talk to someone that loves you and that you love. And so I called Dad, and this is a common theme I think in a lot of our stories, is that Dad always gives us time. When we're at like a crossroads, or especially like at a really hard moment of life, Dad shows up and he gives us as much time as we want. And that day, that August 12th, 2013, we talked for hours and hours and hours. And I expressed like all my fears, and Dad just told me, like, no, Monique's the one, you know, go for it. And Monique could have ran away too. She moved out to Hawaii like a week or so before we got married, and she could have ran away, but she didn't. She hung in there. And so we got married a week later. So yeah, I love you, Poppers.
I love you too.
Happy birthday.
Where's your hand squad? Your loud hand squad.
He's
I'm making a Rachel.
texting.
I want you to get a little
Oh.
gift too.
It's okay.
I'm trying to help.
No, that's good. That's good.
I
Thank
heard
you.
your straw hat was falling apart,
Wow.
so I wanted to give you one.
Oh, that's so
Aw.
Wow.
Now you can come over and do some more stumps.
My yard better look out, I'm coming.
A weed doesn't stand a chance. As we used to say
Looks
that.
good.
Looks better than the old one, yes, much better.
It's a cool one. I might go get me one.
It's a cool
for
one.
too.
The old one does have a little air conditioning on top.
Yeah, just a little.